What's up? This is Terrell with Seven Kings Trading 101, and it's been a while since I did a live trade video. I've actually moved away from Nadex and moved over to more traditionally trading Forex, and so I really haven't been dealing with the indices, but I watched a video the other day, just going on YouTube and came across a video from this guy who, claims to teach people how to trade and whatnot. And I saw that he's doing the same old stuff, putting the same old crap out. So I decided to make a video and throw it out there for people who want to really see what real trading is about, even when it comes to binary options. So or not necessarily binaries, because in this case we got a spread that we're in, but basically we saw some things forming on the chart. Right here we saw a nice little bat form, or forming a bat formation forming from yesterday coming in today, and this is on a 15-minute chart right here. And then if we actually go to our 30-minute chart, we have a nice little well, that was a crab formation, excuse me. We had a crab formation forming on the 5-minute chart, and in the same area where it's actually fulfilling that crab, today on the 30-minute chart, we actually have a nice bat formation that's filling in that same area. So what we expect now from this point is for price to reverse, go back up, and this would be our first target, second target here. Don't know if it'll make it that far up, but basically at this point we expect price to get a nice little reversal and start going back up. So if we get over to a 5-minute chart, we should start seeing some of that taking place. So we see some consolidation starting to take place right now. We got some nice bullish bars, or excuse me, bearish bars trapping this bullish bar. And so we still got some bullish power, but if you could see right here on our Elliott oscillator down here, we do see price starting to basically get in our direction. So don't want that actually. We want our trend line. And if we just take this trend line and take it this way, you could see that it's going in the direction that we want it to go as far as momentum. So what I'm going to do at this point is go ahead, pause the video, and when we have some progress, I will come back and check it out. So not much changed in the trade, but I just wanted to point out real quick, which I didn't earlier. We got about 2 hours left in this trade, so we got a lot of time for it to make the move that we wanted to make. And so again, I am going to go ahead and pause the video again. I just wanted to let you know this was a 2-hour trade. We actually picked up the daily, and we're going to go ahead and let it run, and when we get to one of our targets, we'll go ahead and get back and give you an update. So it's only been a couple of minutes, as you can see, probably about maybe 10 minutes or so. We're already getting some nice movement on it. Let's check out the charts real quick. As you can see, we're kind of getting up here to our first little level that we expect to get a little hesitation, and then once we get up there and test it, we should get a nice push up. We may test this for a second, but we should get a nice push up to our first target, and we'll go ahead and take one of the contracts off at that point, and then we'll see if we can get a push up here and take that second target out. And so I'm going to put this back on pause, and when we get some more progress, I will check back with you. Alrighty, it's been about another 5-10 more minutes, and we're making our a good amount of progress. We're getting a lot closer to our target. As you can see, we're getting closer to it, and so we'll be looking to take one contract off the board when we get there. And just I wanted to point something else out for you. When you really learn how to trade correctly, you're not guessing. You're not putting a lot of random lines on your chart based off of standard deviations that anybody can go get off of Google. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing this on a successful basis. And the numbers are the complete opposite. Only 10 to 5% are actually successful at this on a consistent basis. And so when you really learn how to trade, you actually know where price is going to go. Not for a fact, but you have a really, really good educated guess based off of universal math, not just guessing based off of lines. Anybody can go on. You can put standard deviations on your chart and find support and resistance levels. You can put Fibonacci levels on your chart from all kinds of different places, and it'll show you support and resistance levels that are legit. And so there's so many different places, but when you actually learn how to trade, you know where it's going. It's not like a guess. And so I want you to see, I actually had this in with 4 hours and 17 minutes left. I had a working order in at that point for 27.60. That's the price that I wanted to get in at. And basically I set the order and waited for price to come to me. And when it got to me, this is where basically, as you see, 27.60 is right at the top of my box right here. This is where I set my order. And as you can see, it got below. At that point, I didn't get filled in Nadex at 27.60 just because the indicative price and the market price didn't get to where I wanted, but I wanted to make sure I got filled. So I'm pretty close. And so the point is, when you know where price is going, again, based off of, real trading information, like, real dynamics, again, when we go out to our 30-minute chart, we have this harmonic in the market. It's letting us know, okay, price has come up. We know price goes up and down, right? And so price came up, it came down. The next thing is for it to go up and either continue the trend or come down and either consolidate and start reversing. All right. At this point, our next goal is right here. Our harmonic lets us know exactly where we want to go. And so this is our target. We hit our target, and now we're just letting it play out. Now we expect, because it was such a nice move down, it does have to retrace a little bit. So we expect it to retrace a little bit. So we go ahead, we take our Fibonacci, and we take this last move, and we actually measure it. And our first target is the 38.2, second target 61.8. Like, this is, it becomes easy in the sense of executing your trades, knowing what to expect and whatnot. And it's not a whole trading thing and a gambling thing anymore once you really learn how to do this. And so I wanted to make this video to kind of show you what real trading is about when it comes to picking out places on the chart. We can put all kinds of lines up there based on all kinds of different formulas, and it's not going to tell us exactly where we expect price to, start reversing or, start consolidating or whatever the case is, retrace. We know exactly when we can find the harmonics of the actual market, and we're not guessing saying, oh, maybe it's this line, it may be this line. When it gets there, look for these triggers that, happen all over the place. And so I just wanted to make a video and show you what real trading is about. And so, yeah, we'll go ahead and pause the video, and when we get closer to our target, we'll take it off pause and see if we can get a live take profit for you. So alrighty, so we're getting a lot closer. We got 2 contracts on. We're getting ready to take one of them off here pretty soon as we hit our first target here. I got an alert because I wanted to make sure we got the video back up before we did hit this target. So hopefully we can hit the target here soon. While we're waiting, I just wanted to go over a couple of signals. As you can see, our cloud would have gotten us in earlier in the morning in a nice move coming down, and that would have taken us to the bottom of this bat formation that we have right here. Again, let me go back to the 30-minute chart. I want to recap real quick why we made the decisions that we made, and just point out again that we're not guessing at anything. We have this bat formation that is forming on the retracement of the big move that took place last week. This big move down. Obviously, we're gonna try to work our way back up, right? And so we do have a Gartley that we're looking to form right there. We have a 618 retracement right here. We're waiting for this part of the leg to finish up so we can measure it and see exactly what type of harmonic we're looking for. But in the meantime, we know we're retracing, right? And so this retracement gives us a harmonic, and that ended up being this nice bat formation that we see right here. So we knew we was going to push back up. That wasn't any type of guesswork. We knew we was going to do it. And then as of yesterday, again, from yesterday, we had this crab formation that started to build. And so this crab formation, 2760, right at the top of where our bat formation on the 30-minute chart is forming. And so this trade was no guesswork at all. Like, we knew exactly what it was. And again, our first target, we know exactly where we wanted to be. And so this is what real trading is about. It's not about putting some lines on your chart that anybody could go on Google and grab. This is about really understanding how the market moves, letting it move the way it does, letting it show you what it wants to do, respecting it, and yeah, just being patient and going with the flow. Anyway, it looks like we're getting a little bit of some pullback right now, so we're not going to finish up. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause it again, and when we do get a lot closer, I'll go ahead and see if we could take this profit off this one contract live. Alrighty, so we're close enough. We're gonna go ahead and take one of these off the table. See if we could get this filled. Get one of those taken off. Getting back up there. So I know we were showing a little bit of weakness. We go to this 2-minute chart. You can see this bar right here, I don't like at all. And so, but sometimes you just got to be patient, let it get back up there. And so, yeah, we'll pause it and see if we can get it back up there. We'll check back. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and take profit. We're gonna cancel this order out, and we're gonna actually take profit on both of them. We're getting closer to our target, but we're starting to run out of time now. This is kind of why I stopped trading Nadex, because I mean, there's no point in me putting a restriction on my trade, especially when I know where it's going. But let's go ahead and get out of here, take this profit. And so it wasn't a bad trade, but just to kind of get back over to the charts, where, you know, as you can see, it's working its way up. We're making, higher lows at this point. Our indicator, we're not dropping below our 78.6 on our retracement down here on our Elliott oscillator. And so we're in good shape. This is one of the reasons why I don't trade Nadex anymore, though. It might just go ahead and get up there to our target while I'm talking, but the time restriction. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you can win a trade only if you're right within a certain amount of time. That doesn't really make much sense to me now that I know how to trade. Now, this is how I started in Nadex. And so, like, the whole purpose of me doing this video is it's a guy out there named Sean Jantz. He has a company called Binary Trade Group. And basically, what he does is he charges people $90 a month to send them out charts with standard deviation levels on them, and basically every day it's a guessing game. And pretty much the main part that made me do this video is because he challenges people to show you something better than what he has to offer. And I actually accepted the challenge a while back. And when I did, he, one, he kind of kicked me out of his Facebook group and accused me of trying to use his platform to promote myself. And that was very, very insulting because he's the one that put the challenge out over and over and over again. And so I kind of took the challenge. I showed him that I understood, support and resistance better than he did. And at the time, I honestly didn't really understand it, but I understood it better than him because all he does is put standard deviation levels on the chart, and basically, it's a guessing game. And when he's right, he's happy about it. And when he's not, he goes ahead and, you know, you never really see those videos. Let's just put it that way. But the whole reason I made this video is because I came across one of his videos a couple of days ago, and he's still doing the same exact thing. And it's just killing me because I actually started out paying this guy $80, $90 a month for these charts that he was saying was so great. But once I learned how to do this, obviously I stopped paying him, but at that point I started laughing at him because of what he claims to do and what he's actually doing. And he doesn't really know how to trade. He doesn't really know how to teach trading. He actually has a guy that's a much better trader than him that's part of his group. And that's part of his marketing is showing that guy's trades. That guy wins, $3,000, $4,000 type trades, while every time you see the owner of the company place a trade, it's 30, 40 bucks here, 50, 60 bucks there. Okay, so he doesn't really know what he's doing. And so I made this video to show you what real trading is, to show you how it really works. And so if you're interested in learning, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Go to 7kingstrade101.com. I have a free course where you could go in, take the course, register for free. Doesn't cost you anything at all. It's completely free. And then if you contact me, I'll let you into my free trading room where I actually send out one of these harmonic signals every week for free. And then I am going to be starting a signal room up in November for people who want to take signals as they learn how to really trade the market. And so if you're interested, go ahead, click the link below, 7kingstrade101.com. We'll go ahead and get you on the right track, learning how to trade properly, and not get you guessing and paying somebody something for nothing, pretty much. What he charges people for, I actually teach you in my in module 2, lesson 5, I believe. Support and resistance is module 2, and it's lesson 5, standard deviation. Like, I teach this stuff for free. So if you want to learn how to do it for free, don't go paying people to do this kind of stuff for you. Go ahead, go to 7kingstrade101.com and register for the day trading course. It's free. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. You have a wonderful day as always. Take care. Okay, so I couldn't let it go. The fact that it didn't make it to our target was really bothering me when I went and was editing the video to get it up and let everybody take a look at it. And so I kind of had to let it play out because our trading has become that specific and that detailed. When we say that we feel like price is going to reverse at a certain point, we expect it to reverse at that point. Sometimes it'll push through, but we expect it to hit it to the tick, to the pip, and actually start making us move at that point. And when we set our profit targets, we expect the same exact thing. Like, we expect them to be hit. And so the fact that we were doing Nadex, okay, and so that's why I kind of left Nadex and went to where real traders trade. Like, real traders don't put time limits on their trade, because real traders know that the market is going to do what it wants to do in the time that it wants to do it. And by you putting a restriction on it, basically you turn something that is very legitimate, if you learn how to do it correctly, into something that becomes a gamble. And so basically I had to let everything fulfill itself so that it can reach our target, so that I can feel a little bit more comfortable completing this video. So just to pull the charts back up, this is our ES chart. If you recall, let's just pull up the 30-minute chart real quick. Earlier in the video, we mentioned that we had this nice bat formation that was lining up at the same place as a crab formation on the 5-minute chart. And so we expected price to get to this area and to reverse. And that's what it did. And we had our first target here, second target here. And, because of Nadex putting time limits on it, we had to get out of the trade roughly around this area right here. This particular bar, let's just go back to the 5-minute chart real quick. But we had to get out a little early just because the time was starting to put some pressure on us. And then it kind of came up a little bit close to our target right before the market closed, as far as Nadex is concerned, and the ES futures. But as you can see, eventually it did make it to our target. And so I just couldn't finish the video without showing that our trading is very specific. What we do at 7 Kings Trading 101 is what the real traders are doing. We have exact spots that we know that if price does one thing, it's going to do another thing 90% of the time. And when you have odds like that, you're going to be in good shape. So anyway, we'll go ahead and finish this video off finally. I really didn't expect for it to turn into such a long thing, but I wanted to make sure everybody was clear what real trading is. It's not just throwing some lines on your chart that you can get from the internet and then, gambling with those lines. Is actually very specific when you learn how to do it properly. So go to 7kingstrading101.com, take our course. Again, it's free. The only thing that you'll ever have to pay for dealing with us is if you want to get into our premium signal service, or if you want any of our proprietary tools. Other than that, we teach you for free. You can join our chat room for free, where I will coach you and give you advice and whatever for free. I don't charge for that, and I do send out one free signal every week in that chat room. So again, go to 7kingstrading101.com, get registered for our free course, and then contact me if you want to get in our chat room. That being said, we are finally going to get out of here. You have a wonderful day. This is Terrell. Take care.